Set in 9th century Ireland, during the age of Viking expansion, the film's protagonist is Brendan, a curious and brave boy living in the tightly knit abbey of Kells under the care of his stern uncle, Abbot Sellich, who is obsessed with building a wall around the abbey to prevent Viking attacks. Apprenticed in the scriptorium of the monastery, Brendan hears the other monks talk of Brother Aidan, creator of the Book of Iona, and becomes curious about the mysterious illuminator in the book that turns darkness into light, the unfinished Book of Kells. Aidan arrives in Kells, accompanied by his white cat, Pangurban, after his monastery at Iona is destroyed by a raid. After eavesdropping on a discussion between Sellich and Aidan, Brendan wanders into the scriptorium and finds the still-to-be-completed book guarded by Pangurban. Aidan arrives, and tells Brendan about the book. Seeing Brendan is a suitable apprentice, Aidan sends him and Pangurba into the woods to obtain gall nuts to make ink. Cornered by a hungry pack of wolves, Brendan is saved by the fairy Aisling, who overcomes her initial suspicion and accepts Brendan after he reveals his intentions of helping to create the book. After a close encounter with Crom Cruach, a deity of death and destruction of whom Aisling is deeply afraid, Brendan and Aisling return to the outskirts of the forest, and she assures him that he can return any time. At the monastery, Brendan is reprimanded by Sellich, who forbids him to leave again. Continuing to work with Aidan, Brendan learns that the work is endangered by the loss of the eye of Column Sill, a special magnifying lens captured from Crom Cruach. When Brendan tries to visit Crom's cave to obtain another eye, Sellich confines him to his room. Freed by Pangurban and Aisling, Brendan runs into the heart of the woods, where a shocked Aisling begs him not to confront the dark deity, warning that Crom Cruach will kill him just as it killed her mother and the rest of her people. Declaring that the book will never be completed without the eye, Brendan persuades Aisling to help him enter Crom's cave, narrowly escaping death in the process. Brendan duels with Crom and seizes the eye, blinding Crom and causing the deity to consume itself, becoming an Ouroboros. Returning to the cave entrance, Brendan finds the forest covered in white flowers. Brendan returns to the abbey and continues to assist Aidan in secret, watched excitedly by the brothers of the monastery. A messenger from outside warns Sellich that the Vikings are on their way. In a fit of anger and frustration, Sellich locks Brendan and Aidan in the scriptorium, but not before ripping out a page Brendan had created. The Vikings invade Kells and breach the wooden gate, to Sellich's horror. Sellich is wounded by an arrow, then by a Viking blade, as the Vikings swarm Kells. Still locked in the burning scriptorium, Brendan and Aidan escape using green smoke from the Galberry ink, confusing the raiders. The wooden staircase to the abbey's central tower becomes overloaded with panicked villagers and collapses, and the village and abbey below are set ablaze. Unable to help Sellich, Brendan and Aidan flee to the forest with Pangurban as the Vikings breach the main church and attack the monks and villagers hiding within. Vikings in the forest find Br. Enden and Aidan and search them for treasure, scattering the pages of the book, but Aisling's wolves arrive and either scare away or kill the Vikings. As Brendan finds the final page of the book, he owns face to face for a moment with a white wolf, who may be Aisling. Kells has been sacked and burnt, with few survivors, and Sellich severely injured, although he survives. Brendan and Aidan travel across Ireland and, after many years, complete the book. Aidan entrusts the book to Brendan and then dies, and the now adult Brendan returns to Kells with Pangurban, guided by a white wolf revealed to be Aisling. Brendan reunites with the aged, guilt-ridden Sellich, and shows him the completed Book of Kells. The film closes with an animated rendition of the Chiro page, featuring its intense detail.